Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is Travis here at the Homestead, and I wanted to make a little video today on a kind of a devotional, some things that's been on my heart. So if that kind of thing is not for you, then you're welcome to just skip this video. That's okay with me. But if it is your thing, then please by all means join in. My wife and I were talking this morning, and before I get further, just remember her in prayer today. She woke up with 104 fever and was in bed not feeling good. So I'm not sure what's going on, but kind of remember her today. But anyways, we were talking this morning and just about like, where are all the men at in this world? What happened to men? What is this, feminized lack of manliness, of true godly manliness with men today? And she was telling me something she had read about, some new styles with men or something, and how they have more body care products than she's probably ever owned, and that sort of thing. And so it's got me thinking, and of course the Lord led me to some scriptures that just kind of fell right into that. And it's something that we live in such a messed up world, and so this is going to kind of be more directed towards men, although I think the ladies could certainly gain something from it. But we have like two types of men anymore, it seems. These ultra feminized, and I'm not even talking about homosexual, I'm just talking about feminized men that getting their hair done and their makeup, they even make, my wife was telling me, they even make like makeup for men now, and their hands are super soft, and they're just not men anymore, and they're not leaders in their homes. They don't lead their home and their wife and their children, and they're just not men. And then there's the other kind of men that kind of go to the other extreme, and they're so stuck on that manliness is this tough, and that you're not gonna you're not a man if you bow down to God, and that you're that's not what being a man is. A man's being tough, and a man doesn't need God, and that sort of thing. And it's crazy to see that there's just these two extremes, and they neither of them really see the light. And for those of you guys out there, if you want to see stories of true manly men that were tough, men that were warriors, men that were leaders in their home, open up the good book and start reading, and you'll find lots of them in there. There's lots of examples of real men in the Bible. One of them that I love reading about, one of my favorites, is Joshua, and that's kind of where I was reading this morning in the first chapter of Joshua. And chapter 1, verse 8 and 9, it says, "The book of the law shall not depart from thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest." And what that tells me is that we've got, Yah telling Joshua that, to meditate, to dwell on my law, to hide it in your heart and to meditate. And that means to not just sit down and kind of casually read it, but to know it in your heart, and to dwell on it daily, to make it a part of your life and a part of who you are, is what he's saying. And if you do that you'll have good success in life. And he goes on to talk about, and he doesn't say, if you follow my way, you have to, be a coward, and you have to, be super ultra sensitive and weak and all that. No, he says, be strong and of good courage. To be not afraid, and don't be dismayed, for the Lord, your God, will be there be there with you. And I think that, it's once again, where we find the answers in the book. He's saying that to be both strong, be a strong man, be tough, be courageous, to be not afraid, but also to hide his word in your heart, to dwell on it, to live it, to meditate, so that it just permeates your whole being. And to me, it shows, how a man is supposed to be. Of the many examples in the Bible, is to dwell on that word and to hide it into your heart. And so I think it's another good example of how we as men are supposed to be leaders in our homes, to show our families, show our wives and our families how to live. That's what we're supposed to do. I grew up in church my whole life, and what I saw in churches is that the women were the one that were leading the home and in the walk with God. That the women were typically the ones that read the Bible and read it with the children and kind of helped keep the family in line with the Word. And that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the man. And so men, if you're not doing that in your home, then you're neglecting your responsibility. Your responsibility is to lead your wife and to lead your children in the way of the Lord. It's in His book. You need to get in there and read it. You need to meditate on that. You need to, have it where it permeates your whole being, that you dwell on that. That needs to be one of your top priorities. Your top priority in life is to dwell on His Word and to be a man, to be a man of leadership, a man of courage, a man that can take a stand in his home and to take a stand in his community. And it says here that you'll prosper. You'll have good success in life if you do so. So, anyways, that's my little word for the day. It's kind of amazing how Yah works things out, that my wife and I were talking about something like that, and then I opened the book, and there's some word kind of directing me in that same train of thought. So I thought I would share it with all of you on this blessed Lord's Day. You guys have a great day. See you later.